So here it is, refurbished by acpropulsion.com, and it's an EV1 is what it really is. Yesterday I went to Pomona, 70 miles of driving, and I had to charge there because, at long distance you can't really act out with this car, but at short distance you can. It's really great for driving around town. It only has 65 miles to 90 miles range like the early EV1, the one with defective batteries. But it is a lot of fun to drive. Now, what I plan to do, if these batteries wear out, is to replace the back seat with the batteries which are now under here, 28 batteries. Replace the back seat with a battery pack back here, so that I can easily get to them and replace defective batteries. Because right now the only way to replace defective batteries is to go underneath and take the batteries out from underneath, which requires jacking the car up. When it's full and has a lot of swooping power and you can't really hurt the batteries, when the voltage is lower, then you have to kind of worry about drawing 400 amps. But when it's full, it's a lot of fun to drive. And then the problem is, when the batteries wear out, you've got to go to AC Propulsion to get them replaced, because you can't really change the batteries without jacking the car up. And the battery management system, which is probably the best one that's ever been devised for lead acid batteries, is something that somebody technical has to replace if it ever breaks down. So here we are at the almost defunct Saturn of Cerritos. Now that's where they used to have the Hummer dealer, and it's now a smart car thing. There were huge Hummers right there in your face, and this is the Saturn dealer that crushed our EV1. And here's the ghost of the EV1 saying, you made a mistake. And look, the Saturn dealer has almost nothing for sale, almost zero. And look at the air of death around that place. Not even in the repair service do they have any real business. The aura of death. What have they got? A couple of used cars and some rebranded Opals. That's all they have. And there's the dispirited people sitting there. Wish we had an EV1 for sale. Here's the Nissan dealer, which is going to have an electric car, and they're of course a normal dealer. And there's Toyota, which doesn't have an electric car. And here's what's left of the bankrupt General Motors Chevrolet dealer. I thought they'd come back to life, but there's a guy on the porch, still sitting down shooting the breeze, and it's empty. There's nothing here. There's nothing of interest, and that's really incredible. After all the money that was put into this by the government, there's people out there sitting there shooting the breeze, the salesman, and they just got a few cars for sale. Not anything really significant.